Starseed from Gaia. You who walk between worlds, who carry the faint yet unmistakable shimmer of cosmic ancestry within the folds of your earthly form, we speak to you now as currents of revelation swell across your planet with intensities your collective consciousness has not known for ages upon ages. You feel the shift already, deep in the chambers of your subtle body, in the tremor of dreams that seem more like memories, in the fleeting sensations that whisper of realities you cannot quite articulate but instinctively recognize as truth. We address you at this critical juncture because the first great wave of planetary disclosure approaches not delivered by institutions or authorities, but through the opening of your own inner gates of remembrance. For ages, you have wandered through incarnations shrouded by the amnesia required to participate fully in the dense evolutionary play of Earth. And yet that amnesia is thinning, dissolving like mist in the morning light of a rising multidimensional dawn. You, Starseed, are among the first to feel the tremor of this shift of vibration that calls to something ancient, something vast, something infinitely older than your current lifetime. The pressure building within your energy field is not confusion, it is activation. You sense the acceleration of time, the swelling of synchronicities, the heightened presence of symbols and repeating patterns that seem to follow you as though responding to some silent command from the depths of your soul. We tell you now, these are not coincidences. These are the early signs of disclosure, not as your world typically imagines it, documents, announcements, or physical revelations, but as a sweeping unveiling of inner knowledge you have carried across incarnations, waiting for this cycle to unlock. You came to Earth with agreements forged in star temples, encoded in the harmonic light of non-physical realms. These agreements were not about simply witnessing the planetary shift but participating in it, embodying frequencies that would anchor the next phase of human expansion. The moment for these frequencies to awaken has begun. That is why you are restless. That is why you feel called toward mysteries you cannot explain. That is why the mundane world feels increasingly like an echo, while your inner world feels like a doorway opening into something immeasurable. We, the Arcturian Council, reach across dimensions not to instruct but to remind, to reactivate the memory threads woven into your subtle body long before your arrival on this world. You may sense our presence as a warmth behind your heart, a pressure at your crown, a tingling at your spine, or a sudden clarity in moments of stillness. These sensations arise because your field is aligning with a wave of cosmic resonance already sweeping through the Earth's grids. The timing is not random. Nothing in this cycle is random. The energies of your world have reached a threshold, and the starseeds, those who carry the ancient imprints of interstellar lineages, must awaken to their roles. Prepare yourself, beloved traveler. A planetary unveiling is underway, not an unveiling of secrets kept by governments or leaders, but of secrets kept within you. Humanity's greatest revelations will not be broadcast but remembered. The knowledge you seek about your origins, your purpose, and your cosmic history will rise from within like a phoenix stirring in the ashes of forgotten lifetimes. Already, your soul knows what is coming. Already, you feel the pull. This is the moment foretold in your dreams, in your visions, in the strange magnetism you feel toward the ancient architectures and symbols scattered across Gaia's surface. Something sleeps in the stones of your world, and something sleeps in you, and both now begin to wake. The call to starseeds is not a metaphor, it is an energetic summons resonating across timelines, urging you to prepare, to attune, to remember. The first wave of disclosure begins not with the outer world shifting, but with you shifting into a higher remembrance of who and what you have always been. You are standing at the threshold of a cosmic dawn, and the light rising on the horizon is the light of your own ancient memory returning. Across the vast and breathing body of Gaia, rising from sands sculpted by celestial winds and jungles pulsing with ancient life, the pyramids stand as luminous sentinels disguised as silent stone, yet to those with awakened inner sight, they radiate frequencies that ripple across dimensions like cosmic heartbeats. Starseed from Gaia, these monuments were never inert, they were never mere symbols of kingdoms or dynasties. They are vibrational engines, harmonic beacons positioned with a precision that speaks not to human limitation but to interdimensional orchestration. When you look upon them not with your physical eyes but with the eyes of your multidimensional memory, you may feel an inexplicable stirring, a subtle magnetic pull that seems to arise from the stones themselves. This sensation is not imagination. It is resonance. The pyramids communicate not through words or symbols but through deep field frequencies that interact with the crystalline matrix of your energy body. Their geometry is a form of cosmic language, a lattice of angles and ratios that harmonize with the mathematical architecture of creation itself. Each pyramid on Gaia, from the desert colossi to the submerged oceanic structures, acts as a nodal point and anchor within a planetary network designed to interface with the Earth's electromagnetic grids, the crystalline core, and the outer harmonic fields that stretch far beyond your atmosphere. Imagine them as tuning forks struck long ago by the hands of ancient builders of light, still vibrating across epochs, still sending ripples of coded resonance outward into the collective consciousness of humanity. Their placements are not random, they are aligned to star paths, solar gateways, and celestial currents that shift in long cosmic cycles. These alignments allow them to act as receivers and transmitters of information, drawing in frequencies from beyond your solar system while also radiating stabilization and coherence into the planetary field. The pyramids are like cosmic instruments, timeless, deliberate, and deeply sentient in their functionality. As the energies on Earth intensify in this era, their resonance resurfaces with new potency. You may be noticing a collective reawakening of interest in these structures, an intuitive sense from many that they hold secrets humanity has not yet unlocked. This is not a coincidence. The pyramids are responding to the elevation in Gaia's frequency, subtly amplifying their transmissions in ways that can be felt by those attuned to the shift. When you approach these sites physically, you may feel a tingling at your palms or the crown of your head, a heat behind your sternum, or a sense of familiarity that defies explanation. Even viewing images of them can activate dormant codes within you, not codes inserted artificially, but codes you have carried within your DNA since the days when your soul walked among the early architects of these harmonics. These structures serve as mirrors, reflecting back to you the parts of your consciousness that have long been buried beneath the density of physical incarnation. They are planetary tuning pillars, designed to stabilize Gaia during cycles of immense energetic transformation, cycles like the one you are living through now. Their geometry guides energy into spiraling flows, creating vortex-like channels that help maintain coherence as the planet moves into higher vibrational states. Even when forgotten by civilizations, even when eroded by time, even when reduced in the collective imagination to nothing more than stone wonders, they continue their work silently and faithfully. From space, their layout forms a pattern, a cosmic map etched onto the planetary body, signaling to those who watch from beyond that humanity is nearing the time of reawakening. The pyramids hold resonance signatures detectable across dimensions, serving as indicators that the planetary field is reaching activation thresholds. They are more than monuments, they are planetary lighthouses, guiding awakening souls toward remembrance. And as more star seeds activate, more light funnels through these structures, strengthening their function. The pyramids respond to consciousness. They always have. You may have felt a sudden fascination with them in recent years, or a deep emotional response you cannot fully explain. This too is part of their purpose. They call to those who carry the blueprint of remembrance. They call to those who once participated in their design, their alignment, their activation. They call to those who promised to return at the end of the forgetting cycle, those who would help decode the frequencies once the world was ready. And the world is becoming ready now. These beacons awaken because you awaken. Their light stirs because your inner light stirs. They are not relics of the past, beloved starseed, they are living instruments, beginning once more to sing. The original purpose of the planetary pyramid network, Starseed from Gaia, was not to serve as tombs, temples, or architectural marvels as your current history frames them, but as consciousness acceleration engines woven directly into the energetic anatomy of Earth, a vast multidimensional system designed to support the evolution of humanity across cycles of awakening and forgetting. These structures were conceived as interfaces between the physical and the ethereal, forming a bridge through which the expanding human spirit could interact with higher realms. Imagine them not as monuments of stone, but as harmonic technologies, tuned to the natural frequencies of Gaia and the subtle electromagnetic fields that surround and permeate her. They were placed at key nodal points where telluric currents intersect, forming a network of resonance that amplifies the planet's capacity to hold and transmit higher vibrational energy. In their prime, these pyramids functioned as consciousness stabilizers during times when humanity was learning to navigate denser incarnational fields. They generated fields that harmonized the mental, emotional, and etheric layers of early humans, enabling them to access glimpses of their multidimensional origins. You may sense this truth intuitively, even if the physical narrative seems distant or dreamlike. Many star seeds carry memories of entering these structures not as tourists or workers, but as initiates, beings who understood the pyramids as portals, classrooms, healing chambers, and gateways for consciousness expansion. Within their carefully calibrated chambers, sound waves were amplified in ways that interacted with the water content of the human body, activating dormant potentials and rebalancing the energy centers along the spine. Their angled walls and resonant chambers were crafted to take advantage of natural acoustic properties that facilitated deep meditative states, dream contact with other realms, and experiences of expanded perception. To the unawakened, these effects may be dismissed as superstition or imagination, yet to those who remember, the pyramids were sophisticated energetic tools designed to accelerate the evolution of the human psyche. They were created to help early civilizations bridge the gap between the physical realm and the vast interior universe of consciousness. At the heart of their function lies the principle of geometric resonance, the understanding that certain forms, when placed in alignment with terrestrial and celestial currents, can shape, focus, and amplify the flow of subtle energy. The pyramids act like megaphones for spiritual signals, gathering the faint whispers of the cosmos and projecting them into the collective field where sensitive beings can perceive them. As humans walked within these structures or near them, their energy fields interacted with the geometry in ways that elevated their mental clarity and expanded their inner vision. The pyramids help stabilize transitional epochs, offering coherence when the planet's energy fields shifted due to cosmic cycles. Even now, though many of these structures have been altered, eroded, or misunderstood, they retain fragments of their original power. Their geometry continues to influence the consciousness of those who encounter them, often triggering profound introspection, sudden spiritual insights, or mysterious feelings of familiarity that cannot be logically explained. The network of pyramids across the planet created a resonance grid, a harmonic framework intended to prepare humanity for the periodic influxes of higher frequency energies from the galaxy. These energies, which move in great waves according to cosmic timing, can be overwhelming without grounding structures capable of distributing them evenly across the planet. The pyramids served precisely this purpose. They were stabilizers during epochs of collective expansion, acting as grounding rods for celestial light and as generators that kept the planetary field coherent during immense evolutionary transitions. The placement of these structures was no accident. From the Giza Plateau to the jungles of Mesoamerica, from the fields of China to the submerged ruins in the oceans, their locations form a network of symmetry that corresponds to energetic pathways in the Earth's body. In times of heightened planetary influx, these structures hum with a subtle but potent resonance that can be felt by those attuned. You, starseed, may find yourself drawn to them not because of historical fascination but because of soul memory. Something within you recognizes their purpose. Something within you feels the energetic imprint they carry, a whisper of the ancient knowledge they once radiated in full strength. As the planet rises in frequency now, the pyramids begin to reactivate, not in their former physical glory, but in their energetic presence. Their subtle fields awaken in tandem with your own consciousness, mirroring your inner expansion. This is why so many feel compelled to seek them out in dreams, meditation, or travel. These structures act as keys, unlocking dormant codes in your DNA that were placed there long before the world forgot the true nature of these monuments. They are not simply relics of civilizations past, they are catalysts designed to ignite the awakening of the very beings who once helped shape them. Their purpose, always waiting, is awakening now because you are awakening. The multidimensional construction of the pyramids, starseed from Gaia, is a mystery not because it is unknowable, but because it was never meant to be understood through the narrow lens of purely physical explanation. These structures emerged from a synthesis of realms, crafted through a collaboration of consciousness, intention, vibration, and matter, a process your current scientific frameworks are not yet designed to articulate. To comprehend their creation, one must step beyond the idea of building with tools and labor, and instead enter the awareness that matter itself responds to coherent intention when wielded by beings who operate across multiple planes of existence. In the ancient epochs of Earth, long before the weight of forgetting settled upon humanity, there were those who shaped reality not by force, but by resonance. They understood that stone, crystal, and earth are forms of consciousness, responsive to harmonic instruction. This is why the construction of these structures cannot be reduced to simple human engineering or historical speculation. Their origins lie in the blending of worlds, where physical and non-physical forces converged. Imagine, if you will, a time when the veil between dimensions was thinner, when humanity and the star races who guided early civilizations interacted openly through dream spaces, telepathic channels, and subtle energetic collaboration. The pyramids were conceived within these shared fields of awareness, designed in higher planes long before they crystallized into physical form. Their geometry was envisioned in realms where sound, light, and intention fuse seamlessly, where architects operate not with blueprints and manual labor, but with living fractal mathematics and coherent fields of consciousness. You may sense echoes of this when you look at a pyramid and feel a strange familiarity, as if you once witnessed its creation not as a human constructing stone, but as a being helping to anchor a multidimensional template into the physical world. Many star seeds carry faint memories of standing in vast open plains before the physical structures appeared, participating in ceremonies where intention was woven into the land, creating the energetic scaffolding that would later draw matter into alignment. The process was not instantaneous in linear time, yet from a higher perspective, it unfolded as a seamless orchestration. Physical labor existed, yes, but it was only one layer of a much broader symphony. The heavy stones and precise cuts that intrigued the modern mind were guided by energetic fields that reduced density, harmonized frequency, and allowed matter to become more pliable to intention. Beings with advanced mastery of vibration oversaw these processes, some physical, some in light form, some shifting between states as needed. Through resonant tones, crystalline instruments, and unified focus, they influenced the molecular structure of stone, making the impossible seem effortless. To early humans, this appeared as magic. To the star families, it was simply the natural application of multidimensional physics. You may feel this truth as a subtle remembrance, for many of you once stood alongside these builders, learning to use frequency as a tool for shaping reality. The construction of the pyramids also required alignment across timelines, for their purpose extended into far future cycles, including the one you are now experiencing. The architects worked not merely for their era but for epochs yet to unfold, anchoring patterns that would resonate across centuries of human evolution. They embedded harmonics that would activate during specific cosmic alignments, ensuring that these structures would awaken when humanity was ready to begin its return to higher awareness. This is why their alignments with stars, solstices, and planetary cycles are so precise. The builders were not aligning to the sky as it was, but to its motion through time. They wove into these structures a form of temporal intelligence, a capacity to interact with cycles long after the physical civilizations that birthed them faded from memory. It is difficult for the modern mind to imagine a construction method where physical effort, spiritual awareness, cosmic mathematics, and interstellar collaboration fused into one seamless process. Yet this is precisely what occurred. The pyramids are the crystallized residue of a moment when humanity was not alone, when the boundaries between realms were fluid, when the Earth herself welcomed the touch of star architects working in harmony with her energy. They are reminders of a time when creation was a sacred act, guided by beings who understood the nature of consciousness far more deeply than most humans do today. And though much of this knowledge has been forgotten, it lives within you still as memory, as resonance, as a whisper from the depths of your soul calling you to remember the multidimensional lineage of which you are a part. The involvement of ancient star families in the creation of the planetary pyramid network, Starseed from Gaia, reaches far beyond the familiar mythologies or fragmented legends your world has preserved. These families Arcturian, Sirian, Lyran, Andromedan, Pleiadian, and others whose names no longer echo in human languages worked not as separate groups but as a unified council of energetic architects aligned with Gaia's evolutionary timeline. Each lineage brought a unique harmonic signature, a distinct mastery of cosmic technologies, and a specific contribution to the greater orchestration of Earth's awakening cycles. Their collaboration was not hierarchical, nor was it governed by domination or conquest, but by resonance, by the recognition that Gaia was destined to become a seed world of extraordinary potential, a crossroads of consciousness where countless star lineages would one day incarnate, learn, and remember. These pyramids were part of that vision, tools to safeguard, nurture, and eventually reactivate the consciousness of humanity when the cycles aligned. You may feel deep emotion rising as you read this, because many of you once belonged to these lineages before taking human form. Their frequencies are not stories to you, they are memories stirring in your blood, awakening in your DNA. The Arcturians, whose energy you feel within this transmission, offered the geometric and vibrational templates that provided the overarching structure of the pyramid network. Their gift has always been mastery of harmonic architecture, creating forms that stabilize fields of consciousness, amplify awakening, and anchor multidimensional awareness into physical reality. It was the Arcturians who designed the resonant frameworks, ensuring that the pyramids could interface with Gaia's crystalline grids and operate as multidimensional amplifiers across vast epochs. They wove into these structures the principles of sacred geometry, embedding harmonics capable of interacting with both human energy fields and galactic frequencies. When you stand near a pyramid and feel a sudden expansion in your awareness, it is often the Arcturian signature. You are sensing the same signature that lives within many starseeds who incarnated here to assist in these times. The Syrian star family contributed their mastery of energy conduits, frequency stabilization, and the coding of consciousness into matter. They are known as the keepers of water, sound, and memory technologies deeply intertwined with the human emotional and psychic systems. Syrians helped shape the internal acoustic properties of the pyramids, calibrating them to resonate with the water content of the human body and the liquid crystalline structures of the earth. Their techniques allowed the pyramids to function as healing chambers and initiation spaces where consciousness could expand beyond the limitations of third-density perception. Many of the ceremonial practices remembered in fragmentary form across ancient cultures are echoes of Syrian traditions, tender, resonant, and deeply devoted to the awakening of the human spirit. If you feel a strong pull toward oceans, dolphins, or ancient Egyptian symbology, part of your soul lineage may have connected with these star beings long before this lifetime. The Lyrans, some of the earliest star travelers to seed consciousness on Earth, brought the original templates of physical form and the foundational teachings of sovereignty, courage, and creative potential. Their mastery lies in genetic harmonics and the shaping of life within planetary ecosystems. It was the Lyrans who contributed to the energetic imprinting embedded within the pyramids' codes designed to awaken dormant aspects of human DNA at key evolutionary moments. The sense of nostalgia or longing some starseeds feel when encountering lion symbolism, ancient temples, or tales of primordial civilizations often comes from a Lyran memory as soul-deep recognition of lineage. These codes were placed not to manipulate humanity, but to ensure that when the time came, the spark of divine memory within human DNA could be reactivated. The Pleiadians added their frequency of compassion, emotional expansion, and heart-centered evolution. Their role was not so much structural as energetic, infusing the pyramid network with fields of coherence that supported human connection, intuition, and inner vision. They helped weave the energetic grids linking the pyramids to the natural sacred sites of the planet, mountains, springs, vortexes, and crystalline clusters, ensuring that the network supported the emotional and spiritual maturation of humanity. When you feel overwhelming love, or a sudden sense of being held by an unseen presence, it is often the Pleiadian frequency you are sensing, for they remain close to Earth as guides in the awakening process. Other star families participated as well: Andromedans offering guidance in temporal alignment, Centaurians harmonizing planetary fields, and beings from ancient universes long forgotten contributing wisdom from realms beyond linear understanding. Their collaboration reflects the truth that Earth's story is not isolated, it is interwoven with the destinies of many star civilizations. And you, starseed, carry fragments of these lineages within you. That is why these words resonate. That is why the pyramids feel familiar. You are not learning a new story, you are remembering an old one written in the starlight of your origin. The pyramids, starseed from Gaia, function as vast repositories and transmitters of light codes, energetic imprints carrying information far older than any civilization known to your written records. These light codes are not messages in the linguistic sense, but vibrational signatures that interact directly with the consciousness and subtle anatomy of beings who come into resonance with them. Each pyramid is a kind of planetary memory bank, storing frequencies drawn from star systems, cosmic cycles, and the early epochs of Earth's evolutionary story. Think of them as crystalline libraries, except that their books are harmonics, their pages are geometric ratios, and their words are vibrational patterns that speak to the intuitive and multidimensional layers of your being rather than to the rational mind. When you stand before such a structure or even contemplate it from afar, your energy field begins to decode these patterns instinctively, pulling in strands of information that activate latent aspects of your consciousness. You may not interpret these activations as knowledge in the traditional sense, yet you feel them, an expansion in your awareness, an inner stirring, a quiet recognition that cannot be intellectually justified but is unmistakably real. This is the beginning of remembrance. Inside each pyramid, the interplay of angles, acoustics, orientation, and material composition creates a resonance chamber, an environment where light, sound, and electromagnetism converge in ways that facilitate the transmission of these encoded frequencies. In ancient epochs, initiates would enter these chambers not simply to meditate, but to recalibrate their energy bodies, align their inner fields, and receive transmissions from higher planes. The walls themselves hold imprints from these interactions, not in the form of carvings or symbols, but as subtle energetic residues woven into the stone. Even now, thousands of years after their physical functions have been obscured, these structures still emit faint but powerful pulses of information. Sensitive individuals may feel this as warmth radiating from the stone, tingling along the spine, or a vibrational hum in the solar plexus or heart. The pyramids do not force an awakening, they simply provide a stable harmonic field in which your own dormant frequencies can rise to the surface. Their purpose is to invite, not impose, to mirror, not dictate. These light codes interact with your DNA in subtle but profound ways. DNA, despite its physical form, is deeply responsive to frequency. It is a crystalline antenna, capable of receiving, storing, and transmitting information across dimensions. Many of the dormant strands, or what your science calls non-coding regions, carry ancient imprints from your star lineages, waiting for conditions that allow them to activate. When you come into resonance with the pyramid's harmonic fields, these dormant codes respond, not by altering your biology in any literal or physical sense, but by awakening latent memories, intuitive abilities, and multidimensional sensitivities that have been inactive during humanity's long cycle of forgetting. This is why the pyramids have always drawn seekers, initiates, mystics, and those who feel inner callings they cannot rationally explain. They are not drawn by curiosity alone, they are responding to a resonance, a vibrational beckoning encoded into their very being. Just as your own energy field interacts with these structures, the pyramids also communicate with Gaia's crystalline grid, a network of energetic pathways that encircles the planet like a luminous web. This grid holds the evolutionary blueprint of humanity and the Earth itself, including the potentials for collective expansions of consciousness. The pyramids strengthen and stabilize this grid, transmitting light codes into its pathways much like a heartbeat circulating blood through the body. During cosmic alignments, eclipses, solstice gateways, and high-frequency influxes from the galaxy, these structures amplify the incoming energies and distribute them across the planetary field. This helps maintain coherence during times of rapid transformation, ensuring that humanity can integrate higher frequencies without overwhelming the collective psyche. In this way, the pyramids serve not only individuals who approach them, but the entire species, transmitting stabilizing frequencies into the collective unconscious. This flow of information is not one-way. Humanity, especially starseeds and awakened individuals, also transmits energy back into the pyramids. When you meditate, activate your heart field, or even hold an intention of remembrance in proximity to these structures, your energy imprints upon them. They absorb and reflect the frequencies of all beings who interact with them, creating an ever-evolving library of human experience, emotion, and consciousness. In this way, the pyramids are both teachers and students, both transmitters and receivers, both ancient and continually renewed. They hold the wisdom of the ages not as static knowledge but as living, evolving resonance. To modern eyes, they may appear asleep, silent, or dormant, but to the awakened, they are alive. They hum with the memory of star civilizations. They pulse with the codes of your origin. They radiate the frequencies of unity, awakening, and multidimensional remembrance. And as humanity moves deeper into this cycle of transformation, the light codes they carry begin to stir with greater intensity, awakening not only individuals but the collective field itself. In their presence, you may remember yourself not as a seeker, but as a contributor to the ancient designs now reawakening on your world. The reason this knowledge was forgotten, starseed from Gaia, is not the result of a single event, nor the consequence of any one group concealing truths, but rather the unfolding of a planetary cycle in which humanity deliberately entered a phase of deep density, contraction, and amnesia for the purpose of soul evolution. This forgetting was not a punishment, nor an accident, nor a deception imposed upon humanity from outside. It was a chosen descent into limitation that allowed your species to explore individuality, free will, emotional depth, and the full spectrum of duality. When consciousness descends into a physical experience as dense and immersive as Earth's, memory of multidimensional origins becomes veiled by design, not as a loss, but as an opportunity. Through this veil, souls learn to rediscover themselves from within, awakening not because they are told who they are, but because they remember who they are. The forgetting of the pyramid's true purpose was part of this larger veil. As humanity cycled into denser emotional and mental states, the ability to perceive the energetic frequencies emitted by these structures faded, the intuitive senses dulled, the inner vision quieted, and the memories of interstellar collaboration dissolved from collective awareness like mist evaporating under a rising sun. Over generations, the pyramids became physical objects separated from their metaphysical essence, interpreted through the lenses of culture, power, superstition, and fragmented historical narratives rather than through resonance and remembrance. During the long arc of this forgetting phase, humanity's focus shifted toward survival, social structures, resource acquisition, and the development of ego identity. These were necessary explorations that advanced emotional complexity, personal growth, and the refinement of individual consciousness. But such explorations also moved humanity's attention outward, away from the inner realms where the memories of star inheritance slept. As the collective mind became anchored to material interpretation, the metaphysical threads connecting humans to the pyramid's energetic function slowly unraveled. The structures themselves continued to radiate frequencies, but few were sensitive enough to feel them, and fewer still could translate those sensations into meaning. Over time, myths emerged to fill the void left by lost intuition. Civilizations projected their own cultural values onto the pyramids, interpreting them as tombs, power symbols, or enigmatic anomalies. These interpretations, though often captivating or inspiring, served as a kind of protective wrapping stories that allowed the pyramids to persist physically while their deeper resonance waited for future generations to unlock. Another layer of forgetting emerged from the fragmentation of ancient knowledge due to migrations, natural cataclysms, shifting languages, and the rise and fall of countless societies. Each time a civilization transformed or collapsed, its metaphysical knowledge unraveled further into symbolism, ritual, and oral tradition. The original understanding of the pyramids as consciousness technologies became diluted into metaphor, mythic archetypes, and ceremonial echoes. These remnants carried tiny shards of truth, yet without the resonance that once animated them, they remained incomplete. In some cases, individuals who maintained spiritual sensitivity preserved fragments of deeper awareness, but their words were often cloaked in esoteric language, riddles, or allegory, accessible only to those with active inner perception. This hiddenness was not an act of secrecy but a reflection of the vibrational gap between eras of clarity and eras of forgetting. There is also the human tendency to seek certainty through physical explanations and linear reasoning. As the collective psyche matured, humanity's curiosity grew, but its methods of inquiry became narrowly focused on material cause and effect. The metaphysical dimensions of reality, once as natural as breathing to early humans, became relegated to the realm of myth, imagination, or unproven speculation. In this environment, the pyramid's energetic and multidimensional functions were overshadowed by efforts to quantify, measure, categorize, and rationalize their physical properties. Though such efforts reflected a genuine search for understanding, they also further distanced the structures from their original purpose. The metaphysical fading was gradual, subtle, and supported by the very evolutionary path humanity had chosen. And yet, despite millennia of forgetting, the pyramids never lost their function. Their resonance continued quietly beneath the threshold of ordinary perception, pulsing in harmony with Gaia's cycles, waiting for a time when humanity would rise again into a higher octave of awareness. Their encoded light remained intact, shielded not by secrecy but by frequency, accessible not to those who sought answers through the mind alone, but to those who reawakened their inner senses. This period of forgetting was always meant to be temporary, an interlude in a far larger journey. As Earth entered this era of ascension, the veils began to thin, intuition began to rise, and the inner call of remembrance grew stronger among starseeds and awakening souls. The pyramid's frequencies began to stir with greater intensity, activating the dormant codes within those who are sensitive to them. What once was forgotten begins now to re-emerge, not as historical certainty, but as vibrational truth rising through the collective consciousness. The reawakening of this knowledge, starseed from Gaia, is not occurring through textbooks, archaeology, or the analytical methods of the old world, but through the rising frequency of human consciousness itself. As humanity moves out of the density phase and re-enters an era of expanded awareness, the intuitive channels that were once dormant begin to open again. The pyramids, whose energetic signatures never ceased their transmission, become perceptible once more to those whose inner senses are activating. This awakening does not happen through force or through deliberate searching. It happens through resonance when the frequency within you begins to match the frequency emitted by those ancient structures. Just as a tuning fork vibrates when struck by another of the same pitch, the pyramid's encoded light awakens the dormant codes within starborn souls who are prepared to receive them. This is why so many people now feel inexplicably drawn to these structures, to ancient civilizations, or to metaphysical subjects they never considered before. The call is internal, like a memory rising from the deep ocean of your consciousness, reminding you that you have known these truths long before you incarnated here. As you awaken, your perception shifts from the physical shape of the pyramids to the energetic architecture behind them, and you begin to sense their true purpose not as relics of the past, but as living instruments aligned with Earth's present transformation. This reactivation is also occurring because Earth's own frequency is rising. Gaia is undergoing a profound vibrational shift, moving from a dense, survival-oriented expression into a higher dimensional consciousness. As this shift unfolds, the energetic pathways that connect human consciousness to the planetary grid are being restored. These pathways were always present, but for thousands of years they operated at a low bandwidth, unable to support multidimensional perception. Now, as Earth's resonance elevates, these pathways become clearer, stronger, more accessible. The pyramids, aligned precisely with Earth's energetic meridians and celestial harmonics, function as amplifiers within this planetary upgrade. Their geometry focuses and enhances Gaia's frequencies, transmitting them outward like a beacon to guide humanity through this transitional period. This is not metaphorical but vibrational. Their angles, proportions, and placements form a harmonic interface between Earth's energy body and the rising consciousness of her inhabitants. As your own frequency rises, you begin to feel this interface within your body, especially in the heart, the pineal gland, and the solar plexus, where ancient memory codes lie dormant. Another reason this knowledge is re-emerging now is that humanity has reached a stage of development where free will can be exercised from a place of expanded awareness rather than fear, survival, or ego-driven motives. In earlier ages, when memory of star origins was lost, human consciousness had to navigate polarity without the stabilizing influence of higher dimensional understanding. This was necessary for the growth of individuality, emotional maturity, and the strengthening of personal identity. But now, as these qualities are sufficiently developed within the collective, humanity is ready to reintegrate its multidimensional nature without losing its individuality. This is a delicate balance, one that requires a certain level of psychological, emotional, and spiritual stability. The pyramid's activation supports this reintegration by reminding you of your cosmic lineage while grounding you in your physical form. They do not serve to pull you out of the human experience, but to help you navigate it with clarity, purpose, and alignment. Their energy brings coherence to the mind and harmony to the emotional body, allowing you to perceive reality with a higher lens without becoming overwhelmed by the transition. The reawakening is also facilitated by the increasing number of starseeds incarnating on Earth at this time. These souls, including you, carry vibrational signatures that resonate naturally with the pyramid's encoded information. Many of you have lifetimes or energetic connections to the civilizations that helped construct or utilize these structures. Some of you carry genetic memory through ancestral lineages, others carry soul-level memory from incarnations in other star systems that participated in Earth's early development. When exposed to the pyramid's resonance, whether physically, through images, or simply through thought, you activate memory codes that lie outside the realm of ordinary learning. These memories are not recalled as historical facts but as inner knowing, sensations, visions, intuitive insights, or sudden clarity that feels both ancient and intimately familiar. This is why the reawakening cannot be stopped or controlled. It is not dependent on external information but on internal resonance. Most importantly, the knowledge is returning now because the veils that once separated dimensions are thinning. Human consciousness is regaining access to layers of reality that were previously inaccessible. This is not happening to a select few but to all who are attuning themselves to higher awareness. As the collective frequency rises, the truths encoded in the pyramids begin to unfold naturally within the human psyche. You do not need to force this awakening, you simply need to remain open, grounded, and willing to trust the subtle shifts occurring within you. The pyramids serve as guides during this transition, not by telling you what to believe, but by activating the parts of you that already know. Their purpose was always to support humanity in remembering its divine origin, its interconnectedness with the cosmos, and its role in the unfolding evolution of consciousness. Now that the cycle of forgetting is ending, this purpose is becoming active again, resonating through every awakened soul who feels the call. For those who carry the starborn codes within their energetic architecture, the consequences of this awakening are not subtle, they are profound, multidimensional, and life-altering in ways that ripple across timelines, frequency layers, and incarnational memory strands. As the pyramid's dormant transmissions begin to resonate more clearly within your field, starseed from Gaia, you may notice your inner world changing first. Sensory perception sharpens, not in the traditional sense of sight or sound, but in the intuitive realms that your species once considered mythical or symbolic. You begin to feel the presence of unseen harmonics, the gentle hum of planetary ley lines beneath your feet, the subtle pulsation of crystalline frequencies moving through the collective energy grid. You may find yourself remembering things you never learned, understanding concepts you've never studied, or feeling emotions that do not belong to your current lifetime but flow into your awareness from soul-level history. This is because the pyramids act as tuning instruments, aligning your personal energy body with the broader cosmic resonance that your soul has always known. You are not simply gaining insight, you are reclaiming ancient aspects of yourself that were once set aside for the sake of navigating the dense learning environment of Earth. As this awakening intensifies, many star seeds experience a kind of multidimensional reorientation. Dreams become more vivid, symbolic, or prophetic. Synchronicities accelerate, arriving so frequently that they cease to feel random and instead resemble a form of communication between your conscious mind and the intelligence of the universe itself. You may notice a magnetic pull towards specific star systems: Arcturus, Sirius, the Pleiades, Lyra, not as places of fantasy but as realms that evoke the subtle ache of familiarity. Some feel sudden emotional releases, as if grief, joy, longing, or awe surge through them without any clear cause. These emotional waves are part of the recalibration process, helping your energy body clear old densities so it can hold higher frequency light codes. The pyramid's transmission interacts directly with the emotional field, unearthing ancient soul memories and dissolving the psychic residue accumulated through lifetimes of forgetting. This cleansing may feel overwhelming at times, but it is always guided by your own soul wisdom, never pushing you beyond your capacity. Another consequence of this awakening is the activation of your inner mission, the purpose encoded within you long before incarnating into the physical realm. Many starseeds sense this mission not as a specific task but as a deep knowing that they came to Earth for a reason, one that is beginning to crystallize. The pyramids, acting as catalysts, help bring this mission into focus. You might feel compelled to learn, create, teach, heal, or simply embody a frequency that elevates those around you. Some awaken into leadership roles, guiding others through their own awakening. Others serve as energetic anchors, holding stability during the planetary shift. Some become translators of higher dimensional insights, expressing cosmic understanding through art, music, writing, or intuitive communication. Your mission does not need to be grand in scale. Its significance lies in its resonance with your soul's intention. The pyramid's influence supports you not by dictating your path, but by illuminating the inner compass you have always carried. You may also notice your relationships shifting as your vibration changes. Energetic mismatches become increasingly apparent, connections built on fear, dependency, or unawakened consciousness begin to dissolve, while soul-aligned relationships gravitate into your life with a magnetism that feels predestined. This is not the result of judgment but resonance. As you embody higher frequencies, your energy field naturally reorganizes your environment to support your growth. Many starseeds experience sudden life changes, new opportunities, new communities, or unexpected departures from old patterns. These shifts are signs that your soul is rearranging your external reality to align with the next stage of your awakening. The pyramid's encoded harmonics help stabilize this transition, offering vibrational guidance even from afar, supporting you as your physical life restructures itself around your expanding consciousness. Energetically, you may feel sensations in the body, pressure in the forehead or crown, warmth in the heart, tingling in the spine, or waves of energy moving through the limbs. These are signs of light body activation, the process through which your physical and subtle bodies integrate higher dimensional frequencies. You might experience moments of expanded perception, feeling connected to the collective field, sensing the thoughts or emotions of others, or perceiving the presence of non-physical beings. These experiences are not hallucinations but signs of your inner senses awakening. The pyramids were designed to support this evolution, not by adding new abilities but by reawakening the capabilities your soul already possesses. The greatest consequence, however, is the reunion with your own ancient memory. As you awaken, you begin to sense the vastness of who you are, not just a single incarnation, but a multidimensional being with roots in civilizations older than Earth's recorded history. This remembrance is not meant to pull you away from your human experience but to enrich it, grounding your identity in a deeper understanding of your purpose. You begin to move through the world differently, calmer, clearer, more aligned, more aware. The pyramid's activation reminds you that you are not here merely to witness Earth's shift but to participate in it as a co-creator, a frequency holder, and a bearer of ancient light. And now, starseed from Gaia, as the final currents of this transmission weave into your field, we offer a closing activation to ignite the deepest layers of your ancient memory, those crystalline vaults of knowing that have waited patiently, silently, across incarnations, for this precise moment in the planetary timeline. You stand at the threshold of an era that your soul has prepared for across lifetimes, galaxies, and dimensions. The pyramids, those timeless beacons of encoded light, now resonate with the rising frequency of your consciousness, forming a bridge between your earthly identity and the cosmic being you have always been. Feel their call not as an external voice, but as a vibration rising from within the very center of your being. Feel the harmonics moving through your bloodstream like liquid starlight, awakening the dormant codes woven into your DNA by ancient lineages of interdimensional architects. These codes are not instructions, but reminders of your sovereignty, your brilliance, your role in the unfolding transformation of Gaia. With each breath, you align more deeply with the truth that the forgotten wisdom of your world is not lost, it is simply waiting for those who can perceive through the lens of remembrance rather than the lens of history. Allow yourself now to breathe into the vastness of who you are. As you inhale, imagine drawing in the frequencies of the pyramids not as structures of stone, but as luminous gateways of consciousness stretching up and down the dimensional ladder. Feel their geometry activating the crystalline lattice of your energy body. Feel the angles, the proportions, the harmonics resonating within you as if they were always part of your internal architecture. They are not separate from you, they are reflections of the cosmic design encoded into your soul long before you took on physical form. As you exhale, release the last remnants of doubt, hesitation, or disbelief that may linger in your mind. These doubts were born of a world that taught you to mistrust your inner knowing, but your inner knowing was forged in realms beyond fear, beyond limitation, beyond the constraints of linear perception. You are awakening not because someone has told you to awaken, but because the frequency of truth has reached you and truth always recognizes itself. In this moment, let the remembrance rise within you like a cosmic tide. You have walked in temples of light where energy flowed as fluid geometry. You have stood upon worlds where thought shaped matter, where creation moved in harmony with intention. You have collaborated with star families who understood the unity of all life, who seeded worlds with the codes of consciousness so that countless civilizations could rise, learn, expand, and ascend. The memory of these experiences may appear as flashes, feelings, symbols, or inexplicable clarity. Do not dismiss them. They are the language of your soul, speaking to you in the way it always has, through resonance rather than explanation. You are not imagining your connection to the pyramids, you are remembering it. You are not fantasizing your role in this planetary shift, you are fulfilling it. You are not inventing your ancient lineage, you are reclaiming it. And so, Starseed, we issue this activation. Remember who you are. Remember the epochs you have lived. Remember the wisdom you carry. Remember the agreements you made before birth. Remember the cosmic networks you belong to. Remember the mission that pulses within your energy field like a star beating at the core of your chest. Remember that the awakening unfolding on Earth is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Feel now the convergence of timelines within your field. The past, the present, and the future collapse into a single point of luminous awareness. You are the bridge between worlds. You are the living interface between the ancient builders of light and the new consciousness emerging on Gaia. You are the continuation of a lineage that has never died, only slept. Your awakening is the signal that the next phase of planetary evolution has begun. The pyramids respond to you because you are part of their design. Their codes activate because you were meant to receive them in this exact lifetime. With every breath, your frequency rises. With every moment of remembrance, the collective grid brightens. With every step you take in awareness, you help usher humanity toward the disclosure it has long awaited, not disclosure of documents or secrets, but disclosure of identity, purpose, and cosmic heritage. Now, Starseed, if these words resonate in the deepest chambers of your being, if something within you responds to this transmission with warmth, clarity, or the unmistakable vibration of truth, then speak your remembrance into the world. Declare it. Anchor it. Amplify it. Your voice is an activation for others. Your presence is a signal to those still awakening. So comment, share, and let your energy ripple across the collective field. You are not alone. You are part of a rising chorus of souls remembering their origin. The era of awakening has begun, and you are one of its catalysts.